I read Jeanette McCurney's book back to back.
Oh, I'm glad my mother died.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I did. It made me cry in some chapters.
Dude, I jizzed in Tracy's mouth yesterday and she fed it to me via mouth.
Bird feeding is amazing. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Jayy, and I'm the big gulp you get behind 7-Eleven.
Oh. My name is Tray, and I'm the president of the BAN Foundation.
What is BAN?
The Broke Ass Nigga Foundation.
You know what's crazy? I agree with you.
Yep. President,
both.
treasurer, vice president. Yeah.
If there's a treasurer, then it's not broke.
Yeah,
Somebody's
it is.
handling the money.
Ain't nobody getting that damn money because ain't nobody donating to the BAN Foundation.
You know what? Donations are open, donations are welcome, and donations are always here.
Mm-hmm.
Donations are always accepted at the Broke Ass Foundation. Oh my God. It's a lovely 60 degrees and windy out here in the Midwest. The moon is in Libra, and life today was good. It was a nice, easy day at work. How about yourself?
Actually, speaking of donation, I did donate some clothes today before I got here.
Where you go to?
I went to the Salvation Army.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Then I went
Never
to
do that.
Then shit. Then I went to Tropical Smoothie. They spelled my fucking name wrong. It's TRA instead of TRE. Let's get it together, people.
He's about to be one of those people. My name's not Brianna, it's Brianna.
It's not Trey. It's Trey with an A.
My name's not Tiara, it's Tiara.
Let's get it together.
Yeah. Listen, whether it's an E or an A, it's all in the game. Oh, that was fantastic. Oh my goodness. But no, for real though, how was that? Did you work today?
No. Today's my day off. Mm-hmm. Whoa, whoa.
Lucky you.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us aren't that lucky. I definitely went into work today.
Oof.
No, it's actually a pretty cool day. I'm actually not mad. I'm not a hater.
Nice.
So we do have a little Q&A or a queer and ask, if you will. So a friend of mine had a question about the community, and this was incredibly hilarious to me. He is he's somebody I sit on my game chat with. His question was, how do bottoms of the LGBT community, how do we walk afterwards? Now, I'm not bottoms. I don't know why I said we.
Please answer this question.
Well, it takes a lot of willpower if you ask me. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think, I have bottomed before, of course. Mm-hmm. I think that anybody who is a part of the community who is versed understands the pros and cons of bottoming and the pros and cons of topping. I will admit, not being able to walk the next day is fucking heinous. But if you know what you're doing,
do you need a wheelchair?
No, you don't. But I mean, probably a diaper.
Do you need crutches?
I'm a woman learning to walk again in Chicago.
We supposed to be against Nickelodeon right now.
Oh my God.
But Victorious was that shit.
Okay, can we talk about it real quick?
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Real quick. Now, I haven't seen Quiet on the Set yet. I haven't watched it.
TikTok most definitely spoils.
I don't know if I'm going to actually be able to sit down and look at it.
I'm gonna watch it, and I'm a brave it for the both of us.
Well, see, this is the thing. It's really sad to sit back and think about the fact that the people who gave us our childhood kind of got theirs taken from them.
Yep.
And even watching Drake Bell tell his story, I was like, damn. You would have never knew this was going on because they were literally on set 24/7, learning lines, working, constantly getting it done, constantly around him, constantly dealing with him. And the shows that Nickelodeon produced were such high quality. It's just
wow. I read Jeanette McCurney's book back to back.
Oh, I'm glad my mother died.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I did. It made me cry in some chapters.
when she read the letter to her mom, when she said, like, after her mom said all that hateful shit about her and didn't have the audacity to say, P.S. the fridge broke, send money.
Yeah. That was so messed up.
Now,
I'd be pissed.
I love my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong.
Love her to
Honestly,
death.
if it was me, I'm a mama's boy to the core.
Yep.
If it was my mom and she said some hurtful shit and still asked for a fridge and I had the money for it, I'd still probably get it the fridge. It's the crazy part.
No.
But
I
her
wouldn't be
mama?
able to do it.
Really?
I would not be able to do it because now
Why that?
because I'm like, you hurt my feelings and now I'm not gonna do nothing for you.
Well, the thing she said to her, who was she dating? She was dating was it like a basketball player or a football player?
It was a basketball player. Later on in the book, she goes to date an actor that and they were on a show on Netflix.
So who's she dating right now?
I don't think anybody. I don't know.
She hated Ariana Grande
with a passion because you seen that episode of Sam and Cat and Cat was she was trapped in a box when Ariana Grande was just out trying to produce and do stuff, but when it came to Jeanette McCurdy, no, you have to stay on the show.
Oh yeah, I do remember that actually. Didn't they pay her a lower rate than Ariana Grande too?
Sure did.
You know what's crazy? Jeanette was like the first person to speak up. Her and Amanda Bynes.
Yep. Poor Amanda Bynes.
I feel so bad because like I saw her on TikTok and I said,
"Oh my!" I said, "Who is this? Who is this?"
It's really sad to like if she's got like really dark, thick eyebrows. She's wearing crazy wigs.
Mm-hmm. But she said she didn't like the way she looked back then, which is crazy because she was beautiful.
She was beautiful.
She was beautiful.
Amanda, if you ever see this podcast, you were beautiful. You were loved. I loved you, and
you're
all
still
that.
great. Oh my goodness!
Like her legacy will never be erased.
No, I wouldn't.
Did I say all that? I meant the Amanda show. No, she was in all that too, right?
She was in all that. Oh. Then they was like, "Oh, she a star. We're gonna give her own show."
She also did a movie where she said, I don't know if they made her like look like a boy or they just like made her look ugly or something.
No, they made her look like a boy. Yep. It was to get into like a soccer tournament or something like that. Somebody find it and somebody comment it or something.
Well, we'll put it. It's incredible. He'll find it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really sad to think that like, wow. I'm waiting on... Demi Lovato spoke... I was going to say I'm waiting on Disney. Like, I'm waiting on them to expose Disney, like, through and through. But Demi Lovato already spoke up on Disney.
Yeah.
But
how come she don't look like Lindsay Lohan and Amanda Bynes?
Well, Lindsay Lohan looks much better now.
Oh, yeah.
Demi Lovato sort of kind of got her sifting life together, like, kind of sort of after everything had happened.
Mm-hmm.
So, once she got everything together and she realized what was going on, she's clean.
Yeah, she's
proud of her. Isn't she bald now?
I think so. Is she only wearing wigs now?
We might be misgendering. We might be misgendering them. I know she may go.
Oh, she's a they them.
I think it's.
Yep, she is a they them.
So sorry about misgendering you, them.
Sorry.
But yeah, I was watching the TikToks about the Nickelodeon thing, and then I was rewatching the shows. Well, I wasn't rewatching them, but they were like putting the clips of the shows on TikTok, and then it was like you look at it from a completely different perspective because you're able to see things that you weren't able to see the first time around. And I always thought the Breakfast Bunch episode that they did on Victorious was really weird.
The Breakfast Bunch, was that the one where they all got detention?
Yes. And it was when they were saying it was like I've never eaten a taco, and it was them talking about virginity.
Oh, are you a vegan? Oh. Are you a vegan? Listen,
it was so crazy.
It was funny because vegan because vegan is so close to virgin.
But I never clocked that.
Never?
I never not once clocked that when I first watched it.
I caught it. I caught it real bad. I was like, oh.
I did not.
I was like, oh.
And now, like, you rewatch some of the shows, and it's like, damn. And people really tried to come at Jeanette. No, Drake Bell also had spoke out before, too. And then I know he had got into it with Josh Peck over it. But I know Drake Bell also had his situations going on outside of Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
But now knowing what we all know, it's from a result of some deeper trauma.
Mm-hmm. I would like you said before, I would love for Disney to have their own version of this, just because I want to hear from Chelsea from That's So Raven. She got some shit to say.
She is. Well, we already heard from Orlando Brown. We've heard enough from you. Yep. You don't speak anymore. No, you're done.
You sit down.
You're done. You're done.
Her,
but she's been dragging them on TikTok.
Yeah, because she signed an NDA.
Why would you do that?
That's why she's beating around the bush so much about not spilling anything.
I'm not gonna drag her. I'm not gonna say anything.
Mm-hmm.
But because Jason Tatum, I will sign that NDA for you. Don't worry about it. That man is gorgeous, but I'm sorry, I'm not signing it. Well, you know what? That's what when I was talking to my friend about it, I said Disney would never. Disney is too much. Disney too smart.
Disney is nothing but lawyers.
Disney is a massive corporation. It's like evil. It's very that. But it's crazy to sit back and think everything that Disney owns, like Disney owns Fox, Marvel, Lucas Arts now. Like, it's such a large conglomerate, and Disney is powerful.
Yeah, they are.
Like, taking down Disney would damn near be, I don't want to say impossible, but it'd be quite a feat. Now, Dan Schneider said something, you know what's crazy? Brian Peck, him too, that sick piece of shit. He went to jail for like maybe 16 or 18 months. He got out and went to go work on Disney. Did you know that?
No.
So he did go to jail. I forgot what it was for. I'm sure it was probably for sexual assault. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. At the minute he got out, he went to go work on Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Damn.
Didn't give a fuck that he just got arrested for sexual assault, probably, messing around with children. Put him right back on the set with more kids. It's truly just sad. But Dan Schneider said something that was so powerful yet so disgusting.
What'd he say?
He sat down and he said, it was something along the lines of, if you're going to try to take me down, you're going to have to take down all of Nickelodeon. And I said, that is insane.
That mean
everyone's involved. Everyone.
They know.
And some of these people aren't going to say anything because they're still in the back pocket of Nickelodeon. Like, Keenan and Kel have not spoken up, I don't think.
Nope.
Fuck it. Miranda Cosgrove is not going to speak up.
No, she's not going to say anything.
Nathan Kress is not.
Nope. Keke Palmer.
No. Well.
Remember?
Did she?
What was she?
I don't know.
True Jackson.
Symphonique Miller. What? Master P's daughter.
Romeo.
Nathan Kress. There's like so many people who are probably never gonna speak up, but it's just really crazy.
That means if Romeo's involved and Symphonique's involved, that means Master P is also involved.
I don't think they're involved, but I think it's just probably like they just. I don't know, for me personally, I would probably speak up in like defense of my co-stars. I don't know if I would have like the gall to speak up if it happened to. It took me like a few months to speak up when I was sexually assaulted and I was a grown man.
Because you're still going through that trauma and the hurt and
unpacking that was a different ball game.
It fucks up your whole life.
It was a different ball game. It was a completely different ball game. When I finally did talk about it, though, the weight that came off, because I was so just angry for like, it happened in December. It actually happened around Christmas. This was crazy. I don't think I talked to my mom about it until maybe like February. So it was about like maybe about 2 months of me just like keeping it to myself. And mind you, I was going through Christmas, going through New Year's, going through Valentine's, like just going through the holidays, just
beat by beat,
dealing with it. So disconnected from the world, disassociated. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm lashing out at everybody. You know, I got into it with my brother over the dumbest thing. Got into it with my sister. My mom finally sat down. She's like, "Son, what's the problem? Why are you not talking? Like, why? What's going on?" Because I also wasn't talking to her. I talk to my mom every day. And this is when I was living in my own apartment. I talked to my mom every single day. She knew when I wasn't talking to her, something was wrong.
Yep.
So when I finally broke down and told her, you know, my mom has had her own battles with, you know, sexual assault. And she came to my house and we just like cried together on my bathroom floor. It was like the craziest thing to experience. So like it's a different ball game to like, I couldn't imagine sitting on camera telling my story publicly to just the world. I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, you are.
But I couldn't imagine like doing it where like in a space where the entire world knows who I am. And it's such a massive perception of people who are going to sit down, and now I have to relive my trauma in front of them. It's kind of just like unnerving. But you know what? Power, you know, shout out to them. They did it.
Time heals.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
It took me forever to develop a healthier relationship with just even sex after that. It's crazy. It was a wild experience.
Because now you know what to do. You know what you like. You know what you don't like.
You know who to avoid.
Yeah. Who to avoid. How to avoid it.
Well, and that's the crazy part, though. Even when, like, going through sexual assault, it's like, you truly never know. It was crazy to even sit back and think that as a grown man, I was assaulted. I was like, how? It was so wild, but it was my cousin sitting back teaching me, like, there's so many different forms of sexual assault. And because what I went through was, like, a form of coercion. And she was the first one to teach me about so many different forms of sexual assault. And she educated me, and then I learned. I was like, oh my God. That healing process was so up and down because it was a process of even trying to remember that it happened. Then it was piecing it together. Then it was accepting it. Because at one point I was just like, we're just going to pretend like that
never happened. We're not going to talk about it no more.
That's a blur. That didn't happen. That's not real. But, yeah. It was
back
a very real
in the
part.
knowledge that it happened. You here. You got through it. I'm a better person.
I am. I learned. I mean, it's really sick to sit back and say you have to go through a situation like that and you have to learn from it. But I did.
You did.
And you do. And I don't think whenever anybody sit down and talk about healing, they don't sit down and talk about how much of an up and down journey it is.
Yeah, because it's consistent, and consistent looks different every day. Trying to get better looks different every day.
Well,
you can have a great day. You can have a not so great day, but you're still working on yourself.
Well, I think that's what made healing hard, was realizing that sometimes when able to take one step forward, some days you got to take 6 steps back. They don't teach you this kind of shit in school.
No, they don't. We teaching you life lessons here.
And you know what? It was a lesson that I hated that I had to learn, but I want to say it kind of sort of taught me something about myself. And it kind of put me in a completely different mindset as an adult.
Yeah.
And now I have a lot more awareness, you know, of my surroundings. I make smarter decisions. I had to get my spirit of discernment up to be able to who I feel like is the proper company and presence to be in. But you know, I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm going, and we're gonna take a break.
Yeah.
Just a little something that I think I deserve.
And welcome back. Okay, so honestly, I thought for the Random Thoughts episode, like the first portion of it, I didn't know what I wanted to do. And like, the crazy part is I was at work having a conversation with my coworkers. And we were just like having a conversation about the random things that are pulled up from the Urban Dictionary.
Okay. I haven't used the Urban Dictionary since like high school, so this is
Well,
going to be fun.
Some of the things we're about to talk about are a little jarring, but no, don't make that face. Don't make that face.
Lord, okay, we're here. We're here.
So, the Urban Dictionary has taught me a lot of,
Colorful slang.
let's just say, you know what? That's a perfect way to put it. Very colorful slang. The first one I came across. Now, I actually knew what this was a long time ago, and don't do that.
You already read it.
I think you just read it. So it's called the Angry Dragon.
Okay.
Wait.
Sorry, I just read it.
So immediately after you blow your load in a girl's mouth, you smack the back of her head and make it come out of her nose. And when she gets up, she'll look like an angry dragon.
Wait a minute. Can you guys read the example they give?
I gave your mom an angry dragon. I knew what that was at high school. Imagine we were just talking about this at work. Oh my god. So yeah, that's what the
I never.
So for last week's episode of the podcast, it was a very sex positive episode. So for this episode, I know I wanted to do one discussing the Aunt, get that off my screen now. Get that off my screen now. Aunt, get it off the screen now. But I knew for this episode I wanted to do one with us, like basically sitting down discussing the dark spaces of sex. And well, let's just say the Urban Dictionary is a very dark space for sex. But that
You guys want images too for this?
no, not that image.
I'll be on
Don't.
Patreon if you guys want images.
I need you to do me a favor and blur that out. We're not trying to discuss our viewers. We're not gonna say what that was. It basically looked like a man with monkeypox in the back of his head. We're not gonna put that up.
They look like a ball person with ringworms.
Well,
I never thought.
No, we're not putting that up either. No, you're not gonna get me taken down.
It's
So-
educational.
No, it's not educational. It's disgusting. Hey, did you see that video of that dude who put his entire asshole on camera? And if you put that up on my goddamn screen. So it was this dude who was talking about Aunt, don't you dare put that up. Anthony. He was talking about naring his butt. He was like, so you guys, this is my asshole. He put his ass up on the screen. It didn't get taken down for educational purposes.
It didn't. You mean that video was still out there?
It's still up.
I'm not gonna click the video. I'm just gonna show it.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're gonna. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Promise you, I'm just gonna show them that it's.
Is it still up? Seriously? They didn't take him down yet? Oh, they might have. That's the guy. Oh.
I think it's this one right here.
No. Okay, so we can't
2
show
months
it.
ago?
Yeah, no, this was crazy.
2 months ago?
TikTok was in shambles. The world was in shambles.
What's his name?
Don't look him up! Kevin Leonardo. He puts his entire asshole on screen. Let's do... How to anal douche using a... Okay, so we're going to pull this down, or we're going to go to the next one. So the next one we have to talk about is called the Cleveland Steamer.
What the hell is a Cleveland Steamer?
Well, you're about to see. Now, the Cleveland Steamer is far more specific than listings I have seen here. It's a sexual act by nature or a fetish in when a person craps on another person's chest and sits down and rocks back and forth like a steamroller. Example, Billy had just gotten out of the shower, so me and John gave men, I don't know what that means, gave men a Cleveland Steamer.
I knew what a Cleveland Steamer was. I just didn't know it was called that.
How did you know what this was? Who's Amber Heard? Why'd you look up Amber Heard? She's done this?
Mm.
That Johnny Depp trial, I heard rumors about her like being.
She's a
I think she
scat
was shit on
artist.
Johnny Depp's bed. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh.
The only reason I heard of it, well, knew of it, because that's what they compared it to Two Girls, One Cup.
Oh my God.
If you know, you know.
Oh, I know. No, don't you dare. So,
That was also on YouTube for educational purposes.
Two Girls, One Cup. One Man, One Jar. The one with the horse. Can you take Amber Heard out of our search? But yeah, One Man, One Jar was wild.
It was nuts.
The man with the horse. Oh my God. Okay, we're gonna go to the next one. So the next one, this one's called The Angry Pirate.
This is some gay shit.
It is. So it's when a chick is giving you head and you pull out and blow it in her face, and then you hit her knee and she is jumping around covering one eye. That chick made me mad, so I pulled the angry pirate on her.
Ew.
I feel like I need an example for this one. I don't get it.
You know, so basically,
Wait.
you jizz in her eyes, so she has one eye closed, like she's wearing an eye patch, and then you kick her in the knee, so she's hopping around on one knee, like she has a peg leg.
Who's actually doing these sexual acts?
A lot of people. Have you never been on Pornhub? So
I'm gonna search up Angry Pirate tonight.
So this is the thing. They cleaned up Pornhub. Pornhub is no longer the
place to be.
No.
Oh.
Everyone uses like X videos or XXNX.
I mean, shit, it got you there.
Did they get like trouble or some shit like that?
Yeah, you did.
I thought.
Who?
Is that why they had
Pornhub?
or something? Yeah.
Yes, Pornhub got in trouble for having minors on its site.
Mm-hmm.
Now, XXNX and X. Now, who watches porn?
Did.
Okay. So, 3 people in this room. Cody, did you put your hand up?
Yeah.
So, 4 people in this room have put up a hand. Now, I'm not shaming people who watch porn. I love porn. Porn is great, you know.
You learn some things. You learn some things.
You learn some things, but this is the thing. Porn has a way of desensitizing you.
Yeah.
So I realized like I had a very bad relationship with porn once upon a time because it was when I first started my celibacy cleanse.
Mm-hmm.
And of course the alternative to having physical sex was, masturbation.
Mm-hmm.
And I developed a very unhealthy relationship with pornography. Very unhealthy. And I will admit, I definitely had addiction. I think every man at one point, even a lot of women have gone through that unhealthy stage of porn addiction. And it's very common. And porn has some very dark places. Very wild, very dark, very disturbing. So that's why they cleaned up Pornhub.
Yep.
And then everyone took their
business elsewhere.
Yep, they went to XXNX, X videos.
X, which is now Twitter.
Oh my God! When they cleaned up Tumblr, when they cleaned up Tumblr, everyone just flew to Twitter.
Now, if you're a real OG, Vine.
Vine had porn?
Yeah, Vine had porn.
The fuck are you gonna do with 6 seconds?
A lot, actually.
He had that shit on replay. What are you talking about? 6 seconds? That shit was more like a minute.
A 6-second loop. I thought you were gonna say Reddit. A 6-second loop of sex is very depressing. I could not. I'm not nutting off 6 minutes of footage.
The content was rich.
Well, see, this is the thing when it comes to porn, though. You have to get to the part of the video that you like, so you kind of sort of have to skip through the intro if you don't want to get through the story, if there's even good story, because nowadays porn isn't even good story.
They show 6 seconds of the best part.
But 6 seconds of the best part is not enough.
I know. And then they have the link under the video.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You trust that?
I did. I most definitely did.
You know what? I understand. Porn took me to some very crazy places, too.
Yeah,
it definitely did. I'm not shading anyone who watches porn. I fully believe that masturbation is healthy. I believe that you have to know what turns you on if you want your partner to know what excites you.
Yep.
But too much, like I've said before, too much of anything can be a bad thing. Too much porn is a bad thing. And we've got one more thing from the Urban Dictionary that we want to pull up. And it's called the bird feeder.
Oh, God. What's the bird feeder?
The bird feeder is the act of spitting a shot of alcohol. No, that's not the bird feeder. Here we go.
Bird feeder?
Is when a woman is on her back and the man is face fucking her while she is begging for it, like it's food and she's starving, much like a mother bird. Much like a mother bird feeds her chick. So the man proceeds to tease the woman by pulling it out and letting her get some nibbles. Now scroll down one.
Oh shit, Charlie!
Worse.
We're giving
some
girls the bird feeder again last night.
She was hungry too. It gets worse. So it's the act of a woman feeding a man his own cum from her mouth. It's the act of a woman feeding a man his own cum from her mouth. So it's he comes in her mouth and she spits it back in his.
Ew.
No, hang on. Read the example. If my homie told me that, I would.
You're running out of the room. It says,
Oh, dude, I jizzed in Tracy's mouth yesterday and she fed it to me via mouth.
Bird feeding is amazing.
We're not friends anymore. I don't want to be associated with.
These are this people are doing these things.
Oh my God. Okay, so I got one thing on Urban Dictionary. You ever heard of being Simba'd?
Simba'd?
Mm-hmm.
And Simba'd?
Simba.
S-I-M-B-A?
Yeah.
S-I-M-B-A.
Hopefully it's still on here, but if it doesn't,
M.
Simba. B-A.
Oh, I'm assuming it's
Yeah,
that
that's
one.
it. That's it. That's the one.
The first one. The act of smearing a body fluid upon the forehead of someone else and slowly... Simba, as Rafiki did to the image...
No, I feel like I do that for jokes. That's not even a
Oh.
That's a joke.
I totally Simba'd Victoria last night. It was priceless.
Like, this is hilarious.
Can you look up Charizarding?
Charizarding?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Charizarding. R-I-Z.
Wait.
C-H-R-I-Z. C-H-A-R-I. Why can't we spell? Z. A. Charizard. Okay, yeah. No, that one. You had it. That one. Yes. So I learned about this one at work today too. When you light a girl's pubes on fire, put it out with your jizz, then flap your arms and say, "You don't have enough badges to train me." Charizarding with Jenny last night. Charizarding with Jenny was a night I'll never forget.
That's awful.
Wait, why is there fire involved in this?
Why is it fire?
Why are we setting
Fire.
someone's pubes on fire? And
Why am I letting somebody's pubes on fire?
how are you jizzing so
That
hard to the
seems like
point
a-
where you can put out their pubes? You can put out their fire.
Listen,
We wouldn't
you got to be edging for a long time.
Edging is wild. I can't do it. I'm just gonna nut.
There's not enough alcohol to save my life.
Okay, never mind. We can get rid of the Urban Dictionary tab and thank you. Appreciate ya. So we're gonna move on to the next segment of the episode, which is basically what we've been doing this entire time, which is whine and complain.
Wine.
So we're talking about Sex Part 2, the remix, now with more sex. So
Brown chicken, brown cow.
brown cow. So we've basically already been sitting down talking about porn addiction and masturbation, but how much masturbation is too much masturbation? So, like, And be honest, tell me the truth. What is the most times you think you've like pulled the patch in the day? You got an off day out, like you get an off day, no work. How many times do you pull a patch day?
I gotta think back.
You're single.
Yeah.
Think before the time you had a girlfriend.
Before I had a girlfriend, when I was single, and I had just got about 6 times. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Honestly, okay, so I've hit somewhere around that range. It was like 5.
Okay.
Now, that's unhealthy.
It was my first time trying out a honey pack.
I remember my first time doing ecstasy. No, this wasn't ecstasy.
Ecstasy?
No, wrong thing. It was Xanax. Now, mind you, I'm not a pill popper.
Okay.
I've never in my life, like, done anything other than weed and half a Xan. I don't know why I said ecstasy. Oh, I was listening to a podcast earlier and they were talking about ecstasy. But, yeah, I did half a Xan. I got this from a manager at an old job that I worked at a long time ago in Frankenmuth.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yeah, this was crazy. I did half a Xan. Now, you know there's different levels to your drugs. You have your uppers, your downers, and your hallucinogens.
Yep.
And, you know, hallucinogens is like weed, acid, shrooms,
Yep.
LSD.
You say acid?
Acid. Yeah, that's acid.
Okay.
And then you have your uppers, which is like crack, cocaine, heroin, speed, Adderall. And then you have downers, which is like Xanax, ecstasy, perks, cough syrups. So Xanax is a downer.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you take it in the club, it makes you like really relaxed. I was sleepy and horny as hell.
Damn.
Oh my God. And it was my first time ever doing any kind of a pill, and it was like my last time because I was like, I never want to be that like out of it again. Because I went home. I went home from work because she gave, like, this is a manager. She gave it to me at work. I went home, beat my shit like 3 times, and went to sleep. Woke up and was still out of it. I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, like, I was like, I said I never want to do this again, but like too much masturbation, and then your dick's kind of in pain afterwards.
Yeah, but even then, it's just like, oh my God, it's a little weird. I don't feel right.
Dirty.
I feel dirty.
You feel like, well, you know what's crazy? It's like after you get done watching porn and you're like, what the fuck did I just do?
Mm-hmm.
Well, because like another thing I learned is that like doesn't your body, like your brain, like releases a chemical after
dopamine. It is dopamine,
and it just makes you like.
So that I researched this a little bit because I was like,
educated.
Trey's
educated.
Dopamine just leads to less depression, and when you keep feeding your body dopamine, you're going to crave it a little bit more than usual. This is why like vitamin D supplements help. So you get that dopamine from somewhere else, and you like get back to need like, oh, I don't need to do this today. I feel great. I'm okay. I'm all right. Wow. So a little tidbit: everybody can use some vitamin D supplements.
Now I know. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
learn something new.
Yeah, and then it just it really helps with your mood, and it will help you stop having those like cravings of like doing stuff to yourself.
See, I just recently started getting into vitamins. Like, well, you gave me vitamins, and the vitamins he gave me did not react well with me. I passed out at work. So, well, I wasn't eating on top of taking vitamins.
You have to eat.
And then ibuprofen, and then like working a job. I was like super depressed, super stressed out at the time. So like, it was a completely different ball game. And
you gotta eat. You gotta eat.
I know that now. I do now.
Thank you.
I eat now. I promise.
Oh my goodness. That's the best thing you can do for yourself.
Well, my appetite works with me when I work with it.
Okay, very true.
So, you know, it's hard, but you know what? I'm getting there, and we're getting to our second part.
Something that I think I deserve.
Okay, so now that we're we're back in my favorite portion of the episode. We're whining and complaining. Let me ask you a question. What do you think are some unhealthy habits in sex?
It's most definitely hygiene.
Hygiene.
Yeah. Please.
Talk about it. Tell me.
If we're going to do the do, keep it together. Please. Like, make sure your pH balance is right. Make sure that you wash your balls. Make sure you watch your kitty cat. Something. Cause
I don't think a lot of people understand. Like, it's really easy to throw them as pH balance. I have a lot of female friends.
Yeah.
And they talk to me about these kind of things, and listen, learning certain shit about women is. I always take my hat off to women because I fully believe that y'all do the Lord's work.
Yep.
But knowing that even just using a particular kind of body wash can throw y'all
can throw it off.
It's like
eating a certain food can throw it off. If she decides to get up the wrong way,
you wear your leggings too many times throughout the day, like too many times throughout the week, like that's really unfortunate. And I always feel bad for women because I feel like I don't think people ever take into accountability like the amount of work women, like the amount of upkeep.
Yeah.
Like, shout out to y'all. And as far as men,
do better.
No, I'm not even gonna say do better because I feel like, don't get me wrong, I know some women who don't have great hygiene either. I'm not gonna say it's men, I'm not gonna say it's women, but like I said, we were having a conversation before, and I said I was going down on this dude before. This is when I lived in Milwaukee, when I went to the High School of Arts a long time ago. I was going down on this dude, and I went down. About to give him the throat. The smell that came up off this man was wretched.
You said wretched.
Like, and I'm not trying to just be disrespectful to be disrespectful. It was. You ever walk past the gym locker room?
Yeah.
And the first thing that hit your nose is just the smell of just
rank,
just wafting air, and that's all it was. Like, his sit down air stank. It pissed me off. Like, I get on here and say it every time when I go into work. I'm putting Dove dry spray on my balls. I'm so serious. I put Dove dry spray on my balls and my asshole. I'm not kidding.
I'm not mad at you.
It just started raining, and that's how serious.
Yeah.
That's
did it stop already?
No, you can see. It's like storming outside in Michigan right now.
Damn.
So the rain has officially started, you guys.
Yay.
Life is great.
Life is good.
So we're gonna move on. So like, okay. Speaking of being dirty. No, I'm kidding. So now we're gonna talk about STDs.
Ooh.
Tell me the truth. Have you ever had one?
I've never. I'm clean as a whistle.
I was not that lucky. I definitely caught my
I
first
got
STD
a clean bill of health here.
It was very jarring, and it was unfortunate.
Like, tell me your experience. What happened?
I'm not gonna go too far in depth because it was a very traumatic experience, but it was from a person that I love. I thought I trusted him, and he ended up, cheated on me, and it was crazy. And I learned from it. Listen, it was one of those things where you just kind of have to sit back and be like, wow, this happened. But now I get to like sit down and talk to my sister, and like you have sister. Well, do you have a sister or sisters?
Okay, so it's a little complicated. So on my mom's side, I have one sister. On my dad's side, I also have a sister.
So I'm the same way. My mom's side, I have one, and then on my dad's side, I also have one.
Yep.
And it's crazy now that I sit down and I talk to my sister. She's 21. I sit down and I talk to her about sex. Which I'm very glad my sister has a gay brother, because my older brother, she can't really sit down and talk to him about these kind of things. She doesn't talk to her dad, and she'll talk to she talks to her dad, but not about sex.
No.
She'll come talk to like my mom, but she usually comes to me first, and she'll like talk to me about, sex and, it's always kind of weird sitting down having to educate my sister on sex and STDs and her coming to talk to me about certain things. And I'm always the first one to tell her, listen to me. Protect your body. Men will not care. And I always sit down and tell her this because it's the honest to God truth. Nope, like men will not care about your body the same way you're going to care about your body.
There you go.
No one is going to care about your body the way you care about your body. You have to seriously. And you know what's funny? I remember telling her, because I talked to my sister openly.
Mm-hmm.
I said, girl, if you want to go have sex, go have sex. You know, don't go out here and just have it with everyone.
No.
Please, you know, be smart.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just be out here fucking any and everything that walks. You know. But sex is a very natural and normal part of life.
Just don't fall in love with a piece of meat.
That's the one.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
But,
you fell in love with a piece of meat?
Indeed. Been there. Done that. Sorry. But see, like, that's the thing. You don't think about these things growing up because you don't... I was very scared to talk to my mom about sex.
Yeah, same. Well, you know what? My grandma was very, very vocal. And she's like, this happens, and this happens, and this happens. And she thought she was teaching me something.
It scared you?
It scared the hell out of me. Scared the hell out of me.
See, I was in the closet, and talking to my mom about sleeping with men was very taboo. We didn't develop that kind of relationship until maybe about like 4 years ago. Where I could openly talk to her about men, openly talk to her about sex. And when I opened that door, it felt great because I was able to educate her on a world that she had no idea of. And now we openly sit down and talk about men, but I never would talk to my mom and be like, so mom, what about this? What is this? What's this? How does this happen? How does this happen? Because I never felt comfortable because, you know, it was like coming to talk to my mom about sleeping with men. So unfortunately,
that's the devil.
I had that parent. I did. She's grown now. Like I said, my mom has progressed, and now we talk about any and everything. And she knows my entire history. I will admit, I did not have great experiences with, like, I will say my first time having sex, it was nice, but as I got older, I developed a very unhealthy relationship with sex because, like, in high school, like I said, I was dating men twice my age. Ooh. And it is,
Jay.
I listen,
Jay.
I for sure was. At the time, I didn't realize I was a victim. It's okay.
It's all right. Okay.
You learn.
Okay.
You learn. I was like, what, 14 or 15 dating men, like, in their 30s.
Jay.
I learned. You learn. And like I said, it happens so much in the gay community. It happens so often. It's like I said this in the first episode. It's almost as if when there's fresh meat, they jump on it right away. I was fresh meat. I think I was like freshly out of the closet. And yeah, the older gays, like, and this was, I wasn't on Jack'd, I wasn't on Grindr. This was Facebook. This is when they were getting you through Facebook.
This was when Facebook was fucking new, brand new.
She was that girl.
Yeah.
This is when she was that girl.
Yeah.
This is before Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitter.
This is before the parents invaded Facebook. That's what it was.
Now the only people who get on Facebook are
Parents.
But you know, you live and you learn.
Mm-hmm. I'm learning now as an adult that Instagram is full of porn.
You're just not learning this?
Yeah, because I took the fucking parental controls off for the first time in like a couple months. I said, "Oh my god,
Instagram
my eyes
is now."
My eyes.
Here's the thing. On Instagram, you can still only show so much before they be like, okay, you can't show your full hole.
There are people that like teeter off that on the guideline.
Oh, they teeter.
They teeter.
They teeter totter. They totter. But you can, like, It's like TikTok. You can't do that much.
TikTok used to.
They did.
They did.
When I first got on TikTok, I was like, oh, this what y'all do?
I say this is Vine all over again.
You and Vine, who's watching 6 seconds of pornography?
Shit, I was going through their whole catalog in 6 seconds. I said, shit.
I'm gonna pray for you, brother. I'm seriously gonna pray for you.
I'm good now.
Glad you've learned.
Now. What?
Nothing. So I'm gonna move on to like the next. Honestly, this might be, but this is something that I don't have to worry about. Pregnancy.
Pregnancy.
Children make me nervous.
Oh my god. Okay, so I do want kids.
I do not.
Mm-hmm.
How many do you want?
I'll be okay with the 1, but 2 will be perfect. I'll be set.
1 boy, 1 girl. Do you want 2 boys, 2 girls? What do you want?
1 boy, 1 girl. I'll be set. Even if it was 2 boys, I'll be okay. 2 girls, all right, we fine. Perfectly fine.
That eye roll was nasty.
Ah!
That eye roll was nasty. No, I caught that. You weren't gonna get away with that. You weren't gonna walk around that eye roll. You weren't gonna walk around a little nasty eye roll you just did. I saw that. No. Well, you know what? This is what I honestly feel like. It's not funny. You don't want 2 daughters?
No, I would love them.
This is the thing. I always say I feel like girls are easier to shop for than young boys. Shopping for my nephew is, well, it's tit for tat because he likes games just like me. So it can just be like, okay, here's some V-Bucks. Here's some Fortnite skins.
Yeah.
Here's some Robux.
Okay. With a girl, I feel like it's a little bit harder. Just because, hear me out.
Okay.
But with a boy, you cut their hair, you give them a shirt, pants, call it good. Shirt, shoes got to match your shirt, all that fun stuff. With a girl, you got to braid the hair, make sure the hair nice, get the beads and the bobos to match whatever she wearing.
Outfit.
Yep, have to match the outfit. The outfit has to wear the shoes. Don't forget the socks. If she wearing the ruffle socks, if she wearing the colorful socks, if she wearing the white socks.
What the hell are you dressing her up for Easter Sunday?
Hey, I'm just saying.
Ruffle socks?
Yep.
Is she Shirley Temple?
Listen.
Your daughter Shirley Temple?
Listen. She got to look good on the way out there.
No.
You got to make sure. You got to make sure a lot of things.
You know what I think is dumb about parents? Parents who buy super expensive clothing for their kids.
Don't do that.
I hate to see kids dressed up in like Jordans and like Michael Kors and like expensive. They're a fucking child. They're gonna come home disheveled towards the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. My thing is probably the most expensive thing I'm going to buy for the kid is shoes.
Shoes are kind of like, okay, it's a little non-negotiable. But even then, if I'm sending you to school, I'm not sending you to school in super nice shoes. I'm going to send you to school.
Some everyday shoes.
Just some everyday wear shoes because you're going to go to recess.
Yep.
Kids are you're going to like spill shit on you. Kids are fucking gross.
Now,
kids are disgusting.
Middle school, high school, if they decide, hey.
That's when you step your game up.
That's when you like, all right, where your money at? And that's when you teach them to value your money.
Well, see, this is the thing. I had no sense of style in middle school.
Me neither. I was wearing uniforms.
I don't have a sense of style now.
Me neither. It's okay.
I literally, I have on a flannel, jogging pants, a hoodie. I look like who fucking cares?
Do you see my hair right now?
Listen, I didn't shave today. This is underneath this prickly porcupine.
Not prickly porcupine.
I didn't feel like shaving today.
That's all right. It's okay.
I don't give a damn.
Oh, my goodness.
I was too tired. But no, like, honestly, kids are always like...
Kids are mean.
Kids are annoying, broke little bastards. The fuck mean. But, like, kids is, like, the one thing I've always been glad, like, I never have to come across. But, like, I do sit back and tell my sister... Girl, you gonna have sex? Wrap it up. The last thing you want right now in this economy is a child.
Not in this economy.
I know they say kids are a blessing, but if you are not well taken care of, kids are just not the thing.
Mm-hmm. then turn around. You have to look at your living situation right now. You have to look at, if I have a kid right now, will my job be able to provide? Because then you have to think of the kid and yourself.
And kids are expensive.
Yeah, they are.
You got to be able to pay for the kid, yourself, food.
Just having a baby alone. Diapers.
Formula. See, I'm a dog dad. That's enough.
I was a plant dad. I was a plant dad for a hot minute. That was
looks
it.
back at the plastic plants that require no level of love, care, or attending to.
I know.
It's okay. She's durable. But like, you know what's another thing that people do not talk about during sex is the transference of energy.
Yeah.
So, no, don't get me wrong. Like I said, everyone loves a good hookup. We just spent the last episode talking about kinks and fetishes, and I've sat down and unfortunately opened up about a few of mine, and I had my family come ask me questions about them.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, they seen me?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
But, like, nobody ever sits down and talk about, like, so, I know for me personally, sex is very important to me in the simple fact of I am in a space in life where I have become too self-aware of the people around me as well as myself. Mm-hmm. Nobody ever sits down and talk about, you know, yes, sex is, it's fun, it's nice, it's enjoyable. But what is the purest form of, you know, what is the purest way you can, like, be intimate and vulnerable with someone? Sex.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Penetration. When you penetrate a person, you are penetrating their energy, you're penetrating their aura. When you enter a person's body, you are entering their present, their past, and for some people, their fucking future.
Okay.
Now, this is the thing. If you've ever been having sex with someone and you've been sitting down wondering why you are going through shit in life, why am I depressed, why am I stressed out, and you don't realize you're sitting here fucking on somebody who is carrying so many different demons that they've added carry-ons to your baggage. That's a transference of energy. Now, some people will sit back and say, oh, having a hookup, you know, sex is just sex. Yes. That's only so true.
It's only so much.
That's only so true. Like, I knew for me, there's been certain, like, instances in life where I was, like, sleeping with somebody and I've just been like,
why am I here?
Why am I drained? Why do I feel so tired? What am I doing here? What's going on?
What is this dark presence?
And it was from
the other person.
It was from sex. And there's certain, like areas in life where I've just been like, I am so glad that it never escalated past what it did, because the transference of energy would have just been so... It would have been very damaging to everyone involved. But that's why sex is kind of like... It's really tit for tat.
Do it if you want to. Just be prepared for the consequences, if there are any consequences.
Well, dating nowadays is solely based around sex, which is so unfortunate.
Weird.
Weird is kind of sort of like an understatement, if you ask me. I feel like...
I now know the reason why people are asexual. Because I'm like, I see it.
You know, when I first, like, learned what asexual was, I used to sit back and think, do they, like... You don't get turned on by...
Nothing at all.
What do? Do you just fuck plants?
No.
And
they don't do nothing. They just happy with themselves.
I worked with someone at I Heart Mac and Cheese, and I remember having a conversation with them, and they were just like, you know, I don't feel the need for a physical intimacy with another human. And I said, oh, so what do you do? Do you... You know, you DJ?
You DJ? You flick the bean? What do you do?
Well, she said yeah, but I'm like, okay, so when you do, I believe she said yeah. And she's like, you know, when you do you, you know, what do you watch? And they just think about themselves.
Damn.
That, again, I say it all the time, that is a level of self-love I aspire
to have, okay?
Well, you guys, this was another fun episode. We are going to wrap up as always. Thank you for listening. Do you have any closing thoughts, Trey?
Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud.
As for me, orange juice is still better than apple juice. This debate is not in store. You guys enjoy it.
Peace out, guys.